Hi guys, it's Kristen. The biography book I chose this week was The Diary of Anne Frank. This book was actually on a reading list I got when I was in middle school, but we got to choose what books we read, and I did not choose this book. And then when I went back to school, everyone had read it, and I always wanted to go back and read it. So I took this opportunity to read it. I don't have the book with me because I returned it when I got my informational books from the library. It was a very good book. It was very interesting. I think I would have enjoyed reading it at the middle school age because I would have been able to really relate to Anne and what she was going through and how she was hiding and she was fearing her life. I thought it was a very, very good book, and it was really interesting that it wasn't even made to be a book. It was just her diary, and then it sold all these millions of copies. So I thought that was one cool thing, that her memory could live on through her diary, and that she would have liked that. For my informational books, I chose 3, obviously. The first one is Chemistry Projects with a Laboratory You Can Build. And this is actually in a series of books by this author, Robert Gardner. As you can tell, the cover illustration isn't that great. Out of all my informational books, this is the one that had the least vibrant pictures. Not all of the experiments had pictures to go along with it, but one thing that I noted and that I really liked is that I felt like the book was very organized. The section for materials is color-coded. Everything is blocked out, so it makes it really easy to see and to use. So even though it might not have illustrations, it's still really colorful and really like teen friendly. So I really liked that. My second book is Shutting Out the Sky, Life in the 20th, sorry, I can't read that. Tenements of the New York 1880 to 1924. As you can see, this cover is very eye-catching. It is a picture of this era that the book is actually written in. So that really catches your eye. Out of all the books, this one was very boring. I'm not really interested in history, so that might be why. The pictures inside were really cool. They were pictures from that era. And then I read later when doing research about the author that she actually visited New York numerous times and met with many people, and she handpicked the pictures herself that she wanted to appear in her book. As you can see, like, they're not even really black and white. They're the ones with the reddish tint. And I feel like those are even older. Like, it's reddish, then black and white, and then color. She started off each chapter with a quote, too. I thought that was really cool. So that kind of spiced the book up a little bit. But out of all 3, this was definitely the hardest one to get through and to relate to. It's a history book about 5 immigrant families surviving in New York in the 1900s. So, the third book I chose was A Child is Born. And as you can see, the cover of this book is an ultrasound photo, and I'm thinking like the 8th or 9th month because the face is visible. I chose this book because I'm going through in vitro, so I thought that it would be interesting to actually get a book that I could read and really learn something that would benefit me during this time of my life. And I really did enjoy this book. The illustrations, not the illustrations, the photos in this book are amazing. Amazing. I don't know who was in charge of these pictures, but they deserve a raise. I mean, they were just, as you can see, they take up so much of the page. They're very vibrant. And this book is from conception all the way to birth. And they even had a section about, see some more pictures, about in vitro. So that was kind of cool to read about what happens in the lab. And see, here we go. So this book was really nice. I really enjoyed the illustrations. Now I know after reading these informational books that when it comes to informational books, the illustrations are very important. All right, well, I'm looking, it's now almost 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop talking now. All right, guys, bye.